Hi, this is Dale Lear, designer of TRS-80 Color Baseball, and you're listening to CoCoTALK.
This is CoCoTALK, the world's leading live talk show featuring the Tandy Color computer. It's time to drop your socks, grab your real-time clocks, and let's rock.
CoCoTALK is rocking the 8-bit world, keeping the Tandy flame alive. We may be mocked, but we'll never stop, cause CoCoTALK is rocking the 8-bit world.
Welcome to CoCoTALK, episode 247. Let's try that again, episode 267. Today we will have a live report from BoatFEST 2022 with our own L. Curtis Boyle.
CoCoTALK is rocking the 8-bit world, keeping the Tandy flame alive. We may be mocked, but we'll never stop, cause CoCoTALK is rocking the 8-bit world.
Well, that wasn't one of my better intros.
No.
Just in case I need to do this again here. This is CoCoTALK, episode 267.
Perfect.
There we go. Let's see. Later on today, we will have a live report from L. Curtis Boyle, who is at BoatFEST today. He's on the Zoom stream, but also down in the lower right-hand corner of the main screen here, we have the live Twitch feed going on. I've got the audio muted because that would just drown us all out. And let's see. Let's do some panel introductions. Flip that, wrong button. Try that one. All right, in the top left-hand corner, we've got Grant Leedy.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. Number 2 square, yours truly, your host. Next over, we got Mark Overholser.
Hey there, glad to be here.
The man with the news today.
Trying to.
All right, next row down, we got Rick Euland.
Howdy, all.
Oh, maker of those fantastic little keyboards and network cards and a few other little thingies. Center Hollywood Squares, Ron Delvo.
Hello. Welcome. You all.
Right. Next over is actually L. Curtis Boyle, who's borrowed Boat's computer to do a report later. Down the bottom left, we have Ken Waters.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Bottom center, Jason Reichard, maker of all things switches.
I'll take Grant Leedy to block.
And last but not least, in the lower right-hand corner, we have James Diffendaffer. Who is muted and fell asleep.
He's just ahead of the curve, that's all.
He got an early start.
Okay, I was muted.
It was better before.
I'm a mutant.
We figured you fell asleep already.
It's not even time for the news yet, and you're already asleep.
Oh, wait till I'm at least through the Game On challenge.
And that's up next. Let's see here. Take away that one. Just real quick, just to double check, any project updates or acquisitions? No?
Just making
Okay.
Thunderbirds.
All right. Well, Ken, you ready for the game on?
Oh, crap. Is that me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
you.
Why not?
Get ready, player. One.
Welcome, everybody, to this week's CoCoTALK Game On Challenge of the Week Results video.
That's what I
This
kept
week
doing.
we played Z89. We had a total of 13 players. There was Ed Rhodes with 12,100, David Ladd with 14,000, Rick Yu 15,400, Mark B 16,300, 8 Bits in the Basement 18,500, Buck Owens 19,200, Mr. Dave 6309 20,400, Tasman 24,900, Grant B 31,000, Jim Rye 31,200, Sloopy Malibu 36,500, Canadian Retro Things 36,600. And the number one score this week is David Craker with 37,300. Thanks everybody that played, and we will see you next week.
Wow. Pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
And I wasn't on the bottom.
No, you were not. You actually scored above some people.
Yeah, but I didn't get to submit my 27-year-old high score.
Sorry, Rick.
I think it's
I
a
was
little
gonna-
out of date.
I was going to give you a special
But I've got it. It's
shout
right
out
here
there.
on this disc.
I think we all would have gotten better scores 27 years ago.
Double's probably about right for all of us.
But yeah, so that was Z89, or as you Americans would say, Z89.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
Or should I say a boot?
That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I couldn't find any reviews in any of the magazines for this game, but Nick Morentes kindly shared. Oh, I need to share the screen.
So did the magazines exist when this game finally came out?
There were a couple of them, because some of the games that Nick released at the time were reviewed in them, but not a lot. Everything was kind of winding down at that point. So, but I have this. Nick shared this ad that has the Z89 ad, but I think he really shared it because Rupert Rhythm and Donut Dilemma are both also advertised on there.
That sounds about right.
But yeah, so it basically, the ad claims that what is it, the last couple of lines there, at last a program that actually outshines the original arcade version. So there were a few different things in this game over the original arcade edition, like when you're in the space between fortresses and fighting the planes, there's actually asteroids coming at you. And yeah, of course it talked, which the original didn't. So there was some nice digital sound in it. I don't know. What did anybody else think about this game? I felt it was really close to the original Zaxxon with a few extras, which were challenging.
It was a tough game.
I was just frustrated because I used to be a lot better at it. I know what to do. I just can't do it.
But again, I think we all used to be a lot better at all the games. And yeah, so there were two different versions of it out there. There was the 1.01, the 1.03. And as far as I could tell, the only difference between the versions was that they were distributed by different software companies. The original one was done by a software company, and the 1.03 was Steve Bjork's actual software company that he wrote his games under that distributed independently. So other than that, I couldn't see any differences between the two. So.
Okay, and Curtis says he got 35,400, but missed the cutoff.
Geez, Curtis.
He should know better.
Yes, even David Ladd put in a score, Curtis.
Even David Ladd knows better.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh.
Hello, David Ladd. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing peachy.
And what did David Ladd think of this game?
I kept crashing and burning if you watch my video.
Oh,
I
really?
Didn't actually get time to do that, unfortunately. I'm a little unprepared today, so I'm actually right now just trying to find the video for the live playthrough.
A little.
So
unprepared.
I'm just
a little.
A little.
It's an improvement from the usual.
Yeah, exactly. What am I looking for here? So, I don't know. What did everybody else think of the game? Like anybody that tried it? I think, well, Mark and David were the only ones I think that did scores, and Rick.
On the live stream?
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't find the live stream now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a quiet night.
Yeah. So that will bring me to something that I'm going to be talking about in a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I now have some footage of the live stream that I can share, sort of, if my computer ever, my crappy internet that I have here. There we go.
It's at the outdoor internet.
Yeah. So there were up to 4 people playing in the live Thursday night game. I think everybody that played, yeah, well, obviously all the scores that we got were very, very close to each other. So I think everybody was pretty close to the same level on this game. So,
but one thing that we were all equally bad.
Yeah, basically, that Ready Player One is resonating in my head a lot. That's why I had to throw it into the beginning of the video, because I think everybody heard that a lot as they just continually died.
We need to ask Steve who that actually is.
I think it's Steve. If I'm remembering anecdotally, I thought that was Steve himself. He had said at one time. I don't remember if it was on this program or just a chat on Discord or something, but I think that's Steve.
And yeah, so I did play it on real hardware, and it seemed to be running just the same as everybody that was using the emulators. So yeah, so that was Z89. And one thing that we're going to be doing starting next week is we're going to be extending the time that you have to submit a score, because we're going to be doing the live show on Friday nights. I don't think Sloopy's here to talk about that, is he?
I don't think so.
Nope. Okay, so we'll be starting Saturday nights at what time do you remember, Mark?
I think you mean Friday nights?
Or Friday night? Jeez.
What was it 1 hour later?
Yeah, it's gonna be 1 hour later. So from wherever we're starting it normally on Thursdays, it's gonna be 1 hour later on Fridays now. And submitting your scores will go till shortly after the live stream is over.
So,
and if I remember right, it was 7 o'clock Florida time.
So it'll be 8 o'clock Florida time now.
Florida time, also known as Eastern time for everyone outside of Florida.
Stevie time.
Yeah, Stevie. We're on Stevie daylight time right now.
So good. That means I can get dinner finished before it starts.
And you can fall asleep before it ends.
Like I did last time.
What? You fell asleep, Mark?
Yeah. Work has been work.
He all of a sudden disappeared from the stream and we could hear live snoring. So
I think David Ladd did that one time.
Only once? Well, I'll put it this way, Grant. You've done worse.
No, I haven't done anything bad at all.
Well, let's see here. There's a urination on live air. We've had a EMP that was dropped in another episode.
Well, I was just alluding to it. I wasn't going to bring it up by name, David, but David Ladd asked for it by name.
I think we could just call that live streaming, not live urinating.
Yes,
that sounds better.
Yes, the streaming on the stream.
Live streaming, huh?
Although technically a technically correct medical term, but it just sounds.
I mean, that happened 3 or 4 years ago now.
I know, and you're never going to live it down, Grant.
I know it.
Give it 20, 25 years. We'll all forget about
I'll
it.
be dead.
Well, that's a good way. That'd be a good way for us to forget about it.
Did that happen in the elevator?
Oh, there's another thing that won't be forgotten either. Thanks a lot, Ron.
Well, hey, at least that year you guys didn't start the elevator on fire like last year.
No, that's true too. Or this year, you mean?
Or this year.
Well, we don't know that he didn't.
No, there's a witness that did not leave the room that night. If anybody's probably to be blamed for that, it would be Jason, because his room was right next to that elevator.
I actually don't recall ever using that elevator.
I actually used that elevator a couple times, and I thought, wow, something smells like burning hydraulic oil. That should probably tell the front desk, and then I never did.
I'll let the fire department handle it.
Somebody else's job.
Yeah, 4 of us were used to fire departments, right, Grant?
Yes, we are.
I just wanted to go to sleep, and then the fire alarm starts going off. It's like, that smells unpleasant, and I call Grant, and Grant's already asleep and not answering his phone.
Is this the same place as $40,000 this next year?
No.
Well, apparently they got to replace an elevator.
I don't know. Are you buying an elevator?
They got to pay for it somehow.
All right. Well, how about we look at what next week's game is going to
be? Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
It has nothing to do with elevators. Okay. Does anybody know this game? Anybody? Bueller?
I think it's called Score. Score map.
That game is Tutankhamun. So it is another version of the Tutankhamun arcade game. One of the big differences with this one is that you can actually fire in all 4 directions. So makes it a little bit easier.
How do you say Mr. Edson's first name? Dow
Edson. And this one will work on CoCo 1, 2, or 3. So
a little extra time they could have had a V there.
He was just trying to keep it in the aesthetic of.
Well, there's a V in Aardvark.
Yeah, but boy, is it ugly.
We facts.
Yeah, really.
All right, so just a reminder then that the Game On Challenge will now live stream will be Friday nights, starting at 8 o'clock Stevie time. And don't forget that if no matter how bad your score is, submit it just to show you played it, because I think there's a few people that are playing the game and then not submitting because they're not getting a good enough score or something. But yeah.
Do I just have to start submitting my scores to make everyone else feel better about their scores? Would that help?
I'll do my bit to help.
I can just give you a running 0, Jason.
Oh, no, I like to. Well, that for a while I was trying to get the lowest possible score that wasn't 0, so I would submit like a high score of like 7.
Hey, Ken, maybe you should flip the score sometime and Celebrate the last place person.
And the worst player this week.
There you go. There you go.
That's not a bad idea.
And the player that sucks the most.
I'll participate.
Top 10 players and the top worst players.
There you go.
Well, maybe I will do that just randomly one of these weeks.
And the digital basement consists of.
All right.
Ooh, I like that, James.
The digital basement scores. That's a good one. I like that.
Yep, that's good.
Game on, race to the bottom edition. That one says.
Look for me next week.
Now I got to write that down.
Guess it's time for me to participate.
There we go. We're going to have a rush.
All right, so that is the game on for next week. So, get out there and play the game and drop in Friday night. Although I just realized that we're starting this on July 1st, which is Canada's birthday celebration, just like your guys' is July 4th. So not sure I'll be here on Friday.
Yeah, I've got an amusement park trip planned this weekend. So I was hoping it was going to be Thursday. I'm like, hey, I'm like, oh. Oh, well.
Sorry. This
I'll
was
get it next
Sloopy's
time.
idea. Any complaints, send them to Sloopy.
Oh, he'll just tell me to hang on.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes WeFax sound good.
He
Ron,
had
you're
to
the
get
only
it in
person
there.
that can make
He
WeFax
had to
sound
say it.
WeFax, drink.
God, we're going to be drunk today.
I'm just glad this is just Dr. Pepper and not any added things like water or anything.
Well, my Dr. Pepper that's right here's got rum in it.
A little day drinking, David, huh?
Well, sometimes you got to pass the days as quickly as possible.
Oh, don't I know it?
Makes the days seem shorter.
It's 5:00 somewhere, right, David?
Mm-hmm. Now what do we do?
I think
Good night, everybody.
we're going to go over to Curtis to see what's going on at BoatFest.
Oh, and
because he has found some headphones, so he will
actually
actually be able to hear what we're saying. So
I could have brought you headphones. I could have had them there in 4 hours flat.
I could have
no
had
problem.
them there in about 21
Yeah.
hours.
Wait, you should have been here, Jason. Is a problem.
Oh, I should have been there, but my weekend plans changed last minute. So, oh well, bummer. But maybe next time if there's another one, if you don't ruin it for everyone, Curtis.
I don't know if you want these headphones back after I'm done with being in my ears, but
Just don't
Hey,
get
Curtis.
us de-invited.
Curtis, is there anyone there named Evan Rude?
nope. Well, I have to say, Aaron's son Luke just showed up. Like he wasn't here yesterday; he's just here today, and he's been going for the high score challenge on Paul Thayer's Timmerman, and been doing a pretty darn good job at it. So he's still going. We'll pop by and see him in a little bit here, but.
So
you
you're
guys getting
saying
the video feed?
Yep. So you're saying that his son there is a human Timberman bot.
Yeah, he doesn't look like him at all yet. He's still pretty young. He doesn't have a big beard or anything, but
Give him time.
but Aaron does look like Timberman somewhat. I think Ron's got a rival for being the official Timberman at this point.
I'll give it up.
Anyway, there's a lot of ambient room noise. I'm assuming you guys can hear that too.
We can hear you fine over it, no problem. It's
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
just
trying
background.
to speak into the mic on the laptop here as much as I can. I've got an external camera that I'm using for the stream. So I will try to tour around a little bit, see if I can interfere with people's conversations and get them to say hi. But I'll try to go to one of the quieter corners here. There's not any people, just to kind of show you what the setup's like. So we'll track through.
Hey, Curtis, is anybody from the TSI group there yet?
Yeah, there's a few.
Oh, he got too close to the
he's falling
pinball
into the
machine.
matrix.
So, what's that?
You fell
What
into
was
the
that?
matrix.
There they are.
Oh, just from me moving, probably? Losing the
little bit.
Wi-Fi signal? Are you getting me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're getting you now.
Okay. So this table in front here, I'll just angle it down just a tiny bit. So this is some magazines. They brought in some from the UK and stuff because, of course, you know, they're fairly Amigo oriented, but they have some other stuff. They have a coloring book that Neil at the Man Cave or whatever, RMC, I think he's calling himself now, helped organize, which is a bunch of black and white drawings of a bunch of classic computers. No Dragon or CoCo, so I didn't buy one. But if you want, you can color them all. And then they've got some sample magazines. There's an actual official BoatFest guidebook you can get here too. There's magnets on the left. You're kind of centered on the screen right now. And then if you see those little white boxes, those are the plaques that the winner of each of the 3 challenge games get, one of which is Timberman on the CoCo 3. So there's another one on the Amiga and another one on the Spectrum. So that'll be announced later tonight. That's who gets those and who gets to take them home.
Did you say you get a magnet with a floppy next to it or a cassette next to it?
No, but the high score things actually have discs and floppy or cassettes in them that are part of the plaque. So actually, can you hold one of those up? Just any one of them, yeah. You guys see that okay?
Yeah.
and Paco, David Ladd, you should recognize this person here, I think.
Oh,
you might want to
not from that angle, though.
He didn't recognize you by your gut, apparently.
Oh, geez, it's Matt.
Kid, oh, geez, it's Matt. So, David, for the people that don't know, you might as well explain what the team speak irregulars are, of which you and Matt are both participants.
Tip it forward a little.
Okay, is this working? Hello? Okay.
Yeah, yep. I can hear you.
All right, so TeamSpeak Irregulars is basically a group of guys that get together on Saturday nights and plays a variety of different multi-person games on the PC, that is. And yeah, we just compete. Sometimes we work together. Sometimes we fight against each other. You know, it's just a fun group activity, which I'm surprised James hasn't joined in since he likes multiplayer games.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
And then you guys play that Russian game where you slap each other in the face.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Never seen that, huh?
Where we slap Ron in the face every time he says WeFax.
That's right.
You guys still getting my stream here?
Yep. So slap Aaron on the back of the head and say Paco said to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live on CoCoTALK right now.
Hey everybody. It's a CoCo related. Yeah, you can. Yeah. It's running Indianapolis 500 really poorly. So this has been quite a popular computer during the event. I've seen it. There's been people over here almost perpetually, and I haven't got to play with it yet. So I want to come over and check it out. You are
yeah, there's multiple Tandys. There's a couple Tandy 1000. There's 1400, and the CoCo 3 are all here. So Tandy well represented.
Josh needs to try and hook a sport.
And you notice the deluxe joystick he's holding, they're compatible to CoCo as well, of course.
And why is it only the CM8 seem to have lost the doors?
So, Aaron, we have a question from people on the show. They're wondering, why is it only the CM8 on the CoCo that seems to always lose the door on the monitor? This one actually has a monitor door.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that the Amiga tried the same problem with theirs. Poor
Is that a CM5?
Like, I used to have a monitor just like this back in the day. I was telling him, I had the Tandy TL and the SL back when I was a kid, and I hadn't seen one of these in person forever. And so I was like, this is great. And I never saw one of these, the wedge one. I took more toes than I wanted the big computer. And it's funny how the tables turn, because now everyone's after the wedge one. No, I mean, no one's reflecting the TL, the SL.
Yeah, the generic looking IBM stuff.
Sort of like, this is sort of like its own thing, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you sort of wish you put a cartridge slot in this thing, maybe done it up, you know? It's a shame these weren't like, it's a shame they couldn't upwardly move from the CoCo directly into the.
Well, you've seen that one case, the CoCo 4 roughed out case, which I built in floppy drives, which is kind of based on one of the 1000 style.
You know, it's funny how these computers got to a point where they couldn't keep going. Like the Amiga, Commodore didn't transition to the Amiga from the Commodore. It's just another computer. You know? It's a shame that there's not a middle ground. They kept the compatibility going, moved them up. It would have been a lot of fun. Like it wasn't in the car. I moved in. I was a Tandy kid all the way from the CoCo 2, the CoCo 3, the TL, the SL. Or the SL and the TL, and finally I had the TL until I left home. That's when I bought my own PC. I had an Amiga for a while in there, and then I bought the PC. So I grew up playing with these things, and I remember running. I was watching the games that have been running here. They're just like I remember, complete with the 16 colors, and then it was so nice. You had a game that would support that. I mean, you felt like a big deal. You're like, man, I've got the system here. It's pretty rare that I felt that way in my illustrious PC career.
Is that the Amiga bouncing ball behind him?
I was wondering about that.
Yes, it is. It's a real bouncing ball too.
I'll say it looks so realistic. Does it bounce?
There you go.
There it is. That's great.
So, Aaron, what time is the CoCo show? You got to stream that live tonight too, aren't you?
It looks like we're going to be doing CoCo show at 4 o'clock. We'll be doing that one, and right after us, a special Jack Black Sprite Cast will be going on. So that's going to be something. I've been told that Jack Black spared no expense, the most incredible extravaganza you've ever seen.
I'll mention that you oversold it like that to him.
Yeah.
So. So anyway, if you guys are going to be around at 4 p.m. Eastern, there's going to be a live CoCo show. I'm probably going to jump on and photobomb it. So.
I like them.
And they'll be talking about Junior's Revenge.
That's one of the few mini.
So I'm going to see, I don't know if I can fit in here. I'm going to try to get onto the Canadian contingent table here.
Were there any Vectrix there?
Yes, there is. Actually, I'll talk about that in a second here. So here we got Jason Warrens from Edmonton, the next province over from me. He's originally from Saskatchewan. Or sorry, yeah, I almost swore there. I should have said Calgary, not Edmonton. They're fierce rivals. And then behind him is some guy from Retro Rewind. I believe his name is Frank. He's the guy that actually comped Jason and me to come down here. So much thanks to Frank there. Who's busy trying to fix Amiga motherboards. So.
Delicate surgery there.
He also upgraded Boat's CoCo 3 finally to a 6309, so he can finally play Gunstar if Nick's on the call.
He's not, but is he? No. Crikey.
We got a crikey from Jason. So
yeah, I'll fill in since he's not here.
Hey, I don't want to distract him too much because I don't want him to wreck some poor other Amiga users' motherboard here, but getting distracted talking to us. So Jason,
and
will
you
go
don't
ahead
want him
and
to
talk.
grab
He
the
doesn't
wrong
care.
part of the soldering iron.
Yeah, if it smells like chicken, you're doing it wrong.
If it smells like burnt hair, it's me doing it. Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember whose stuff is all whose here. This is, I think, Level Lord. He brought in, you can see that massive joystick controller he's got there, which is kind of impressive. And it's heavy. Oh my God, it's heavy. Jack Flack, this is his little bit in the corner here, and he's got some of the CD stuff and other Amiga stuff. You can see the Vectrix back there, Ron. It's not turned on at the moment, but Frank actually did fix it. He needs some extra parts to fully fix it, but he had it up and running.
Great.
So he's going to finish. He didn't bring some part that's needed, so he's going to arrange there and to get that part to him. These left three computers here, where you see two people seated, are the high score challenge. You can see the high score banner up above, I think. There. So we've got Timmerman, the CoCo 3. I can't remember the names of the other two games. The middle one's a Spectrum. And it's one where you have to pick up trash and drop it off in a timer while not getting run over by cars and people and stuff. And then the Amiga one is one where you're basically it's called Dodge Rocks, and you're dodging a whole bunch of rocks flying at you and it keeps speeding up. It's kind of like Timmerman's tree branches hitting your head. And that is in the red shirt there. That is Luke. That is Aaron's son. This is his first day at the fest because, of course, he had school on Friday. And yeah, they're having a lot of fun. There's a lot of interest in all the games there.
Well, he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, this is the first time he's ever seen or played the game. It was literally about half an hour ago, and he's already up in the top 5. So they've already blown past me, put it that way. So if Paul was on the call, I tried to send him a couple of messages here on Discord to see if he could pop by and comment on it, but I don't think he got the messages. So, and of course, there's the food table there, which I'll have to hit before it all goes goodbye. And Paco should recognize this next guy if I can get up here. Paco's saying hi to you, so. You recognize him, Paco?
Not offhand, because usually I have the cameras turned off on my end due to bandwidth.
So you don't recognize John Marshall? You're kidding. Have you seen him before? David?
Like I said, I keep the cameras disabled on Discord, so most of the people know I don't see.
He says he usually has his cameras disabled on Discord, so most time he doesn't see you all. But well, then you're meeting face to face virtually for the first time.
Usually a good thing not to look directly into David Ladd.
I might entice you.
Yeah. We're live on CoCoTALK right now.
Bring me your Diet
aside
Dr.
from the fact
Pepper.
that David's creepy, what else do you have to say about Sir David Ladd? David Ladd, CoCoTALK tag. Yeah, because you've been on there, you've been on the Chase Valley Computer Club. Actually, since I didn't ask Aaron about that, do you want to explain what that's about? Because it's kind of a retro thing too. Yeah.
Get together once a month if possible.
Yeah, and you guys are like a multi-platform. You do consoles, you do an 8-bit, 60-bit machine.
Eagle 1000 comes back.
Yeah, the reason it's so focused is they never break down.
we can barely hear them.
Yeah, no, it's loud in this corner, unfortunately.
Oh, he just keeps popping out of the floor, and we just lose him.
Okay. Hey, the virtual pinball machine's a bit more lit up now too, so you can actually kind of see the tabletop. But that whole bottom part's a screen, and then the whole top part's a screen. So you actually get dual screens going, and it's got trackball and a joystick and all the buttons. It's got flippers on the sides. The table actually can shake. It has a little bit of feedback, so you can actually feel it moving when you launch the ball and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I've never seen one of these before up close, so I was pretty impressed.
What do you think that thing runs for if you were to buy one?
Aaron said they're only about $850.
Oh,
which is a lot cheaper than I was expecting. I mean, just the size of the screen, it's like what, 3.5 feet high or something, 4 feet high, the bottom screen.
I was expecting over 1,000.
So was I. So I was quite surprised. And it works quite well. You can basically run emulated arcade games. He was playing Missile Command on it earlier, plus the virtual pinball.
Does that have wheels on it?
Nope. They had to carry that in, him and Brent. And Brent, I think, went out for lunch with his wife, so he's not here at the moment. Otherwise, I'd reintroduce to him too. And then I'll just bring you over back to Aaron here to close this segment out here, since it's kind of loud to hear everybody. But he's actually at the command console, so I'll let him explain some of that. Aaron, you might have to speak up, or do you want to kind of explain what this whole contraption is here?
Called a cookie.
We can't hear him at all.
You can't hear him at all?
No, he just keeps fading out.
Something about dancing girls. I don't know.
Shoot all of our shows, all of them. monitors with a projector shooting in front of us so I can see what we look like in the chat up on the screen. And we shoot all of our shows in the arcade. And I literally took the table off and just folded it up like a big sack and threw it in the car. So all the stuff is exactly where it was sitting. I didn't move anything, didn't put it in the bucket. I was like, let's see if that's gonna work. And it was good enough. I got here, so getting it home might be something. The only thing we've added is the thing to have 4 microphones. Yeah, this was magic happening.
Did you guys catch that?
I think he was trying to say that what we're looking at is his setup for his normal show.
Yeah, and the fact that he actually took the tablecloth and literally picked it up and just kind of held it together and brought it without even like unhooking everything.
But everything hooked up on one power strip. So I unhooked that from the wall. I pulled all the cable and got set it right in the middle. Right? And I just lifted all the corners up, met him in the middle, and grabbed it, threw it over my shoulder, and walked out of the arcade.
You're getting a lot of laughter over that one.
Hey, I'm just that's
He's known as a sketchy tech, and that's probably part of that.
It's like PK zipping your equipment, basically. You know, like, I'm using file compression in real time. That's how I do it.
What's that boy eating over there?
Lunch.
Actually, those are homemade. What are those called? Yeah, pepperoni rolls, and the person who actually made them is over here.
And I hear pepperoni rolls are a West Virginia delicacy.
Yes, I've heard that many times since we were here, and they're really good. Here, it's just zoom up of one.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You made delicious cookies too. It's great.
Yes, I've sampled some of the cookies here, and no, I only had the sugar cookies so far. He's trying to kill me with sugar.
Are you starting to get things?
Hey, Boat, you want to say hi to CoCoTALK?
Hello, CoCoTALK.
Oh,
There he is.
There he is.
Thanks, Curtis.
I'm closer.
Oh, we're gonna watch closer. They can't hear you over the crowd noise.
Hello, BoatFest.
That's better.
Hello, CoCoTALK. Thank you for checking out BoatFest. Next year, we're going to do it around the same time. It's going to be about a month after CoCoFest. So if you want to come out, lovely Hurricane, West Virginia, centrally located. We'd love to have you. And thanks to Curtis for showing you guys around. I got to get ready for our Sinclair. See you guys later.
You guys catch that?
Yeah, he's got to get ready for what, Sinclair?
Like he mentioned, though, they're getting ready for their next show, and I don't want to be talking over the live stream. So,
hey. Oh, what are we getting ready?
Let's get Jack Flack here just before we go here.
What is this thing here?
This is CoCoTALK you're on.
Hey, CoCoTALK. There's CoCo's here.
Yep.
Right? We have CoCo set right here for the high school thing, and now I'm talking about it. So I'm like CoCoTALK.
Now you're like a guest star. So it's a lot of fun here. I know a lot of the people in the CoCo community actually use a lot of platforms from retro. They're not just CoCo. And it's just a lot of fun. You get to see what some of the other computers have done, games that you can see, clones of the same game on various platforms and compare them. So it is a lot of fun, and I would highly recommend it. If you can make it out next year, you should. It's a lot of camaraderie. It's no drama, no nothing. It's just a lot of fun.
Where's this at? What city?
This is in Hurricane, West Virginia.
I believe it's pronounced hurricane.
Yeah, technically, but I'm Canadian, so I have my own pronunciation guide.
Yeah.
Just like the ZZ thing.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking about the ZX Spectrum, ZX Spectrum, Z80, Z80. It's confusing.
Lift the screen a little bit.
What's that?
Camera's a little low. We're seeing
shoes
shoes again. There you go.
That's better.
Well, like I said, they're getting ready for their actual live stream. They're going to get really loud at that point. And plus, they need this table I'm using here with the laptop portable. So
they're all screamers there, huh?
Yeah, there's quite a few streamers here. Flack's a streamer. The guy we're looking at who's back playing the game of golf. He's a streamer called Mr. Cola. There's a bunch of them here. 48K Ram, Josh Malone. He's here. He's been at Tandy Assembly as well. He's got some Tandy machines too. There's probably about 7 or 8 streamers that I know of. So, like I said, if you're into retro gaming and retro computing in general, it's a fun show to be at. This is the very first one they've ever done. It's been successful enough. They already said they're going to be booking the next one. So,
well, see, you said that they were loud and making noise are going to be louder, and I said, are they screamers? And you said, yeah, there's a bunch of
Oh, there's
streamers
been
here.
some screaming. Thought the Jeopardy game earlier. There was definitely screaming going on during that.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched that earlier.
That was a lot of fun. I was tempted to jump in on those, but there's no CoCo trivia, so I would have got absolutely killed. So, anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your guys' time and all the noise that you're probably getting from the room here. And plus, like I said, I got to return the laptop to boat for the show. But CoCo show, 4 p.m. Eastern today, live from here. I'm going to see if I can pop on it for a little bit myself. They'll be reviewing Junior's Revenge, which is a Donkey Kong Junior clone game by Computerware. They might
We have played that on the Game On Challenge before.
Yeah, and I think they might even be covering the CoCo 3 Return of Junior's Revenge too. So, and I'll keep you guys posted for next week as to who won the Timberman competition here. So,
What's in that guy's pocket?
Oh God.
that's the passport. They have a passport thing here. So if you go around to certain people, they send you on a quest, which is like to play a game or something. And then there's a few other where you just go to places and if you fill out your passport with these stickers, there's a bit of a prize at the end if you win. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they got a lot of neat ideas on here. So, all right, I'm going to log off and let you guys get back to the regular part of the show, which I'll catch up to tonight after BoatFest is done, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, Curtis.
Have
Thank you,
fun.
Mr. L. Curtis Boyle. Live from the mountain
Later,
state.
guys.
All right, bye.
Boiler.
All right, let's take a commercial break and then we'll jump into some news.
You are watching CoCoTALK, the world's leading weekly video podcast, featuring the Tandy Color computer. We spread the love to the past, present, and future for all models, including the original color computer, the CoCo 3, and the world-renowned exclusive French-Canadian CoCo 2, the Radio Shack.
CoCoTALK would like to thank the patrons who sponsor our program, so our heartfelt gratitude goes out to Alan Huffman, Alan Murphy, Blair Ledoux, Boat and Aaron, Brendan Donahue, Brian Weasler, Brian Walsh, Karen Anscombe, D. Bruce Moore, Daddy Burrito, Daniel Williams, Diego, Eric Canales, Glenn Hewlett, Graham Vebke, Grant B., Grant Leedy, Henry Strickland, Jason Downs, J Style, Ken Reichert, Malfunct, Melly, Michael Pitsley, Mike Rayburn, OG Hugo, Paul Fiscarelli, Paul Shoemaker, Paul Thayer, Retro Tech Time, Rick Hewlin, Rob Inman, Rocky Hill, Stephen Wagner, Steve Batson, Steve Rasmussen, Terry Steen, Terry Steggy, The Backyard Shed Gang, Tim Thayer, Tom C., Tom Gunderson, Tom Heron, Tom S., Tony C., and William Athing. Thank you ever so much, patrons.
Good morning, CoColand. This is Brian Schubring with Music Man here at the CoCoFest. Having fun, fixing issues, and making things roll, and making lots of sound. Have a great day, guys.
The music is back. Only from Retro Innovations. Go the number 4 retro.com.
As you're enjoying CoCoTALK, we also want to remind you about the CoCo Discord server. This is a place where people come to connect, to ask questions, to provide answers, to share information, and to socialize. So when you're done, why don't you head on over to the CoCo Discord server and we'll continue the conversation there. The easy to remember link is discord.cocotalk.live. See you on Discord.
Let the Radio Shack TRS-80 put the world of color computing into your home. Instant loading program packs turn any color TV into an exciting game arcade. And there's more. The color computer is an educational aid, a home management tool, and up-to-the-minute electronic information service. The programmable, expandable TRS-80 color computer from $399 only at Radio Shack, the biggest name in little computers.
At Gsoft, we make games for the TRS-80 color computer, TRS-80 MC10, and Dragon computers. Our basic games cover the range of genres from arcade, to text adventures, to simulations, to 3D dungeon crawls. This is our latest puzzle game from Japan, Fruit Panic. So come on and drop by our website and download our latest games.
Greetings, YouTubers. Atari Leaf here, and you're listening to CoCoTALK.
From around the world, what you need to know. Get caught up on News with L. Curtis Boyle.
And now a Muppet News Flash. And substituting for L. Curtis Boyle is Mark Overholser.
Hey there, good day. L. Curtis Boyle is on assignment right now. So, starting off with the game news. First off, we have a correction. Mr. Jim Gary took Curtis out to the maple syrup shed for a little correction about one of the Super Star Trek games. In fact, he basically went and did a video with all 9 different versions that he's ported over. So anyway, if you need more Star Trek, we have it. And that's not the right screen.
Okay, so we're starting in the middle of the list.
No, it's the top of my list. Game on news. Sorry. Were you doing regular news?
I was going from the top of the list.
Sorry. That's
how's this one?
News.
Okay,
Hey,
that's
there we
MC10.
go. Yep. Anyway, I don't think you want to watch all of it, but there are timestamps to get you where you see the Trek game you want. So anyway, it does say that he also left a little thank you to Curtis, so he must have some sort of appreciation for us.
Okay. So I've got all these queued up. Are we going through all of them?
Do we need to? We can. Okay. You got time to kill? Yep. Show however much you think is reasonable. I mean, there's 9 different versions.
Yeah, there's the second one. They kind of look, at least that part looks the same.
Hey, they're Star Trek games. They're not going to vary much.
All right, say third one here.
The Lance Miklas one's probably the best one.
Which one?
The port of the Star Trek 3.5 or whatever. That's the Lance Miklas one.
The very first one, yeah.
That's one of the best ones. And then I think he did a port of Time Trek too. That was a pretty good one. But
all right, here's the last one of those. Not much for the gameplay here. There we go.
Star Trek games are not the most exciting in the first place.
All right. I'm gonna have to close some of these screens to get at the tabs.
Well, anyway, MC10 has lots of Star Trek choices.
Oh, there's the logo.
Nice. Okay, we have enough Trek. Time to move on.
ASCII at its finest.
I'm closing them down. All right, there's the next one.
So Jim Gary wasn't spending all his time berating Curtis. I mean, correcting him. He also basically looks like ported another game. Jim Menick's Draw Poker.
Am I on the right screen?
I don't think so.
Well, this was the next one after the Star Trek ones.
How about the MC10 next tab to your right there? Yeah, that tab.
Okay.
No, that's the emulator.
Yeah. That's why you really need to come to rehearsal.
How about the third tab? Well, usually
Just
we
for
have
rehearsal.
one person do everything.
So the rest of them,
There's draw poker right there. Okay, moving along.
You're making Curtis look good.
Hey,
Oh,
that's
man.
that's what the backup does to make the main guy look good. Anyway, latest support here, draw poker. So it's available in the usual places on Facebook, and you can download it. Guess we move along. I'll mention that.
Okay.
So Simon Jonason's been busy this week. He has done a bunch of updates and videos. He basically got the space bar to change direction of the Ghost. This is his MC10 port of Paul Shoemaker's game. So he got the space bar to return directions, and then the pill collection and the scoring, and the pill making a sound, and then debouncing when on the space when the game ends. And he actually has a released product and even an update. So you can find it on the MC10 Facebook group in the file download section. It'll also get moved over, I'm sure, to the Color Computer Archive and all the other regular channels.
He did make a later version that the little eyes on the Ghost don't move so fast.
Yeah, I think he made a note in here about correcting something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what I think the second release was. So
right.
Okay.
So we had multiple tabs
yeah, there's
regarding
multiple
this.
links there.
Yeah, so there's another one.
Incremental improvements here. You can find the whole. They're all in the show note thing, so you can go to the Discord, look in the news channel, and pull those down and go visit all of them. Yep, there's the release one.
Yep, that's the released.
Yeah, it should be the release one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Then the actual Ghost Rush from Paul Shoemaker is next. So looks like he has released version 2 update available on Facebook and also on Curtis's game site, and likely be in the archive by the time we read this. Includes updated ghost animations. The eyes now move to face the direction it's going in, and its feet animates. And there's some new videos showing the play. Let's see, 3 enemies on the screen at once, second spiked teeth objects. That wasn't released to the public, but is now. Anyway, there's videos so you can see. Also, there's a 16 color CoCo 3 version that's been uploaded too. So get both of them and play them both.
Okay.
And moving on here, Pear Surratt has a dragon version of Paul's Poker Squares available. It's now available on the World of Dragon archive, and there's also a post in the Facebook group for the Dragon.
All right, Rally SG.
Rally SG. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is
The CoCo
Amigos.
Show.
Yeah, the Amigos CoCo Show is covering Rally SG by Nick Parentes. Thank you, Nick.
Flags. It's Rally. How about we mute them?
Anyway,
Did we just see these guys?
Yeah, no, they look real familiar. Anyway, always good coverage of CoCo games. You really have a good time. And we're glad that they show love to the CoCo, as well as the Amiga and a few other platforms. And we played this a few months ago, I think, for the Game of the Week challenge, about 8 months ago.
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't check the actual date. But good game, simple, straightforward.
Yeah, we played it right when it was released, so or
All right.
a few weeks after it was released.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Anyway, you can get that from Nick Marenti's website. I don't think the link is in there, but should be available in our notes. So. Guess we can move on to the next one. Okay, it should be the 64K Gamer channel on YouTube. Has started placing CoCo game videos. What do we have here? BC Bill, Time Bandit. I don't recognize BC Bill, but Time Bandit, Color Space Invaders. Yep. And Puyan. Oh, yes, with the lovely color set. You doing BC Bill? I don't think I've heard of this one. That's kind of cool looking.
Come on, YouTube. Oh, okay. It's BC, so Neanderthal man playing with dinosaurs.
Yep, and flying saucers. Beautiful 4-color.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game where you get to hit the women over the head with a sledgehammer and drag them into the cave.
Ah. Definitely Neanderthal.
There, finally got her.
That's the reason I didn't use it as a game on challenge game this week. I didn't want to.
You didn't want the flack.
I didn't want the flack.
Okay.
I think we've seen all the rest of these at one time or another on the show, but if you want to play another video, go right ahead. You can show the lovely colors of Puyan. This is the one game on the CoCo that everybody asks, why did they choose that palette set?
Well, this looks better than I usually see it. At least purple is purple here.
Yeah, it's definitely contrast. You can see exactly what you're shooting at.
Yep. It's Punyan.
Okay. Okay. One more for the game on section.
Oops. Hang on, I gotta get my tabs. All right.
Do that. So
Things move on me.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is exactly, but Erico Patricio Monterio is working on some sort of heads-up display. I couldn't find any note of any particular game. But,
yeah, it's a game that we talked about last week. It's about 12 different screens where you
That
fly
lander
around
explorer thing.
Yeah, you got to land your ship and then you do something.
Yeah, I was looking for another Facebook post about it, but I couldn't find anything in recent news. So
if you look at last week's stuff, we talked about it. Curtis talked about it.
Cool. And that's the latest news that I've been able to find on game stuff. So guess we move on to the regular news.
Okay.
Back to the top of the list.
What did we talk about, this simulator or the?
That was, I think it was part of the stuff that Jim Gary was working on. Is that something new though? Is this a new emulator out?
I don't know. It was the one of the links in the file.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Basically, Jim Gary set up a page link to an online MC10 emulator. So any of those Star Trek games, you can just click on and basically load them and play them without, downloading them and trying them on your own hardware or emulator.
You can actually type on it.
Yeah, it's a full MC10 emulator.
In, I guess, HTML. I forgot to go to.
Yeah. I also forgot the quotes.
It's printing the variable "hello world" with the zero.
Allow world.
Now remember, it's only the first two letters, so it's the variable HE. The rest of it's irrelevant.
This is why I don't do much coding.
It's obvious.
Typing is a challenge. And then there was this Micom Basic magazine.
Boy, where was that from? I don't recall that in here.
That would have been pull this back up. It was right before the MC10, I think. Somewhere in there. It was a link.
I think it was in the game news.
Okay. All right, let's do the other tab for the.
Yeah, do the other window, and if we find it in there, we'll jump back.
Yeah.
Okay, Adrian's Digital Basement, follow-up video on his CoCo 1. Last week he was talking about a brand new CoCo 1 he got, wouldn't start up properly. Anyway, appears to be, it was a bad 6809 and a bad SAM.
You know, the CoCo one that was at CoCoFest that I worked on also had a bad SAM and bad CPU.
Yeah, somebody plugged a cartridge in with the power on, I'm betting.
Something that's easy to do.
Yep.
There was 3 lines soldered on the header for the game cartridge port.
Oh yeah,
And,
that thing had been.
Yeah, something was attached to it or something, and they
it was loved.
Right.
There they are.
That's one way to call it. Loved.
Yeah, the RF, the composite output mod was kind of pulled out of the socket. The pins were bent.
Yeah, at least it has one.
And then it has the update for the ribbon keyboard, which when I look closer at the tech bulletin for that, I guess not only do you have the resistor pack on the adapter board, there's also these other ones added to, because the 6822 is an open collector part, so you got to have pull-ups on these pins. So that's what these 3-4 other ones were.
But he removed them, didn't he?
You know, I don't remember if he did. But I was looking it up in the tech bulletin, and they're actually specifies them.
Right.
That makes sense.
Well, the advantage being that 6822, if you set your OS9 manual on the keyboard, it won't let the smoke out.
That's a feature.
Exactly.
So there he is having it run.
If this one is audio out,
what's that?
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Getting old stuff fire up. My first CoCo ones, it was non-working. I got it with a CoCo 2, 16K CoCo 2, and I just reseated all the chips and it fired right up. It's like, excellent. 4K CoCo 1.
So his channel is worth subscribing to, because he's got a lot of interesting stuff on there.
And he's really good at explaining the technical side of stuff on what he's doing and how things are working. So,
right. For not being a CoCo expert, he got pretty deep into what a SAM and the 6809 do together.
Yeah, he did it all off that technical manual.
He goes through a lot of technical manuals in his videos, so I think he's quite good at it.
And what's the name of the channel?
Adrian's Digital Basement.
The link to this video will be in the news notes. And you can, of course, search for Adrian's Digital Basement.
And he's also got a second channel, too, that he does kind of other videos.
Short stuff.
He tries to do them short, but they usually end up being about 40 minutes long.
And that's just an unboxing.
Because he goes down a lot of rabbit holes.
Especially with the candy.
Yeah.
Wait, there's candy?
Yeah. Especially foreign. From he gets a lot of stuff from
Europe,
Netherlands,
and
yeah.
Oh, I was hoping maybe like for some Canadian Kit Kats.
He's actually originally from Canada, so he actually just lives a little bit south of me, so he's not that far from Canada.
Yeah,
maybe you should have him come with you next time to CoCoFest.
Yeah, sure. I'll just call him up. Hey, you want to go to CoCoFest?
Yeah, over near Mark's house.
Hi, here's some. I don't know you, but do you want to come to Chicago with me? It's not that far. It's no, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop in West Virginia and Pennsylvania on the way.
Worse yet, it would be, you want to go to Saskatoon with me, pick up Curtis, and then we can talk about Nitrous 9 all the way to Chicago, and then go to West Virginia
via Pennsylvania.
I'm sure he will be all over that.
Oh, let's see. All right. Close tab.
Okay. Alan Huffman, one-time employee of Microware and OS9 Aficionado. He basically has his blog. Is it Subetha Software? Anyway, he's talking about an online 6809 emulator he found that also partially supports the 6847 BDG chip. Includes extended modes like 16 color. Also lets you directly enter 6809 assembly code and run it with a live register dump. No assembler required. Anyway, Alan hasn't got it totally figured out yet, as the setting up video modes is different than the CoCo. Anyway, there's a link in our notes to his blog. And he's got a lot of other really good stuff in there too, comparisons on basic differences and lots of technical stuff. Really good read, very nice guy. So you should go read his stuff. He also has a video channel on YouTube you should subscribe.
I think I must sleep like 15 minutes a day.
Yes, this is from our own Grant Leedy. Basically, the CoCoFest committee has a survey for you to join and put in your 2 cents worth about what you thought of this year's CoCoFest. So please go and fill out the survey. I haven't done it yet, but I will. And basically give your input and see about if we need to change anything for next year or if things worked out well or whatever you want to tell them. And there is no checkbox for firing Grant, so don't even bother.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.
Isn't there anywhere for additional comments?
Oh, yeah, there is at the bottom.
Okay, you can put in fire Grant there.
Well, if you fire me, then I'm putting you up there for it, Ken.
Excellent.
Has anybody told Eric that the token expired for the calendar?
I think so. I think I told him like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, okay.
Paging Eric, fix the token.
Do we need to go to the arcade and go to the token machine and get him new tokens?
Is that where he gets them? Anyway, this is catching up an old story from June 5th, but there's a TRS-80 GP emulator that was released, and it's mainly for model 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 16, 6000, and whatever other digits they had. But it also emulates the MC10 and the TRS-80 video text terminal, known as the Green Thumb terminal, which is kind of the predecessor to the CoCo 1. Anyway, this update adds MC10 emulation and has some debugging that works with the MC10. Anyway, it's at the TRS-80 website. And online emulators are nice because you can try things out without actually downloading and setting up an emulator or pulling out your actual hardware if you have it. So.
And the challenge is breaking the emulator.
Oh, that's everybody's goal. Everybody's goal.
Okay, back to the top of this one.
Okay, let's see. Stumbled upon a graphic viewer conversion utility to view older computer graphic formats to modern systems. It's called Recoil. And I guess that's that retro computer image library. It does a ton of formats for different machines, including 3 of the CoCo 1s and 2s. This looks very cool. It appears to be on SourceForge.
Okay.
These are always very handy if you're trying to translate one type of game to another, and you've got to say, what's the resolution of the CoCo versus the Apple II or the Commodore? So these are always very cool to have.
Oh, okay. So it talks about the different graphic modes and what the resolution is and the colors, color
And
breakdown.
the colors are, yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
if you're doing a port, you can start mapping things across. So
Oh.
very, very handy stuff.
Okay.
So another YouTube channel, Color Computer Programming, has done quite a few videos this past bit, most of them on his Ghostman project, the one with drawing with the data lines. Anyway, there's a link to his channel and lots of videos to go look at. They appear to be, I guess they're fairly long, some of them, 13, 40 minutes, 20 minutes.
50 minutes, 8, 1.
Anyway, did you want to pick one here at random? Maybe one of the latest ones? See if
That's the newest one there.
There's Ghostman.
Okay, guys, so welcome back. This is take 2. I'm doing an update on the Make Your Own Ghostman game. So there's a lot of in the middle and the sides, and then there'll be a little doorway here.
Nice game.
I don't know how small going all the way down. So we don't want the enemy ghost. I did this area here. But literally it took over a week to analyze the enemy ghost and get it to where it was perfect, because there are a whole bunch of problems with it. It's not as easy as you might think.
Okay. So he talks
There's
about
not
how
a
his
whole heck of a
development of the
lot
game
I
then.
can change to make it.
Yeah, I was working on the game logic and stuff step by step. These are always interesting to see how people build games. So
Yeah. Cool.
okay, moving on, we have some more MC10 news. Okay, Matt Witt has some photos of his MC10 and the Matra Alice side by side from Home Computing Museum in the Netherlands. The Alice, of course, is the the red one on the left, not the MC10 white one on the right. It's always cool to see what the French version was and how it differed and how in some ways it was better. So lots of neat related computer history to the color computer.
I think up on Discord, somebody has got pictures of a Alice 32.
Yeah,
all disassembled.
I believe it's in the acquisitions channel.
Okay.
And there was one note in here for some Dragon news, but from Chris Pocher, but I couldn't find anything recent or relevant. So if it's out there, I missed it. Curtis will have to find it when he gets back.
Looks like Curtis just fell asleep while he was writing the notes.
Either that, he uploaded it before he saved it, finished saving it. So anyway, to be continued. Anyway, that's the rest of the news for today.
Oh, that was fast.
Probably didn't cover it thoroughly. I'll get rebuked later.
I don't think anybody had time to fall asleep though.
Yeah, I would think we got a turbo show today.
What?
That'd be us. Anyway, back to you in the control room there, Mark B.
I ran out of stuff on the list. That was it.
Well, we could always talk about WeFax.
Everybody drink.
WeFax.
Hey, WeFax is streaming across the bottom of the scroll there, you know.
That happens so much, I don't think it counts as much.
We're that bored, huh?
Well, it's not a day for going outside. It's already hit 100 degrees here.
Oh, we got storms rolling in here.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're pushing some of that cool air down here because tomorrow's supposed to be mid 80s.
Well, we're going to be down in the low 60s by Sunday. So I guess tomorrow.
All right.
That's it for weather.
Yep, that's it for the weather. That's our WeFax update.
Yep. All right. What about sports?
How about that sports team? Lou?
Oh, I could talk about the Canadian Football League.
Go. Please don't.
What about those Penguins in the Stanley Cup? How's that going along there?
Oh, they got eliminated in the first round as usual. It was during CoCoFest when that happened. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'll take David Ladd to block.
Excuse me?
We're in the Hollywood Squares mode. I'll take David Ladd to block.
Uh-huh.
Ron Delvaux center square.
Well, I'm going to go because I'm in the garage and it's pretty darn hot in here.
But it's a dry heat, Ron.
Yeah, it's a goodbye heat.
All right.
Bye.
All right, take care, Ron.
Nobody
In
has
fact-
any acquisitions or updates or anything?
I mean, not really much of any type of updates here. I mean, if you order a switcheroo, they may be delayed, just waiting on some parts, but that sort of thing. But so far, no one's been delayed, but there's a few things that I'm waiting on parts for, the usual situations and that sort of thing. That's the only update I have. Waiting on parts.
Kind of the same thing here. I have 4 products to sell. Not in a good way. Literally 4. That's it.
Do you have any CoCo 3 boards there?
Yeah, I have one of those, 2 of those, and a couple of CoCo 2s, and 1 network card, and I need to go solder some more.
Ooh, I might have to go on and order something from you.
It'd be appreciated. 'Cause I'm going to buy
Yes.
more parts. Oh, Jesus.
Looks like the Amigos are playing something on a Spectrum.
Yeah, we could just piggyback on their feed. We can do that, right? Just I can just sit here and watch the Amigos.
Yeah, all I have to do is push this button like this. That's all I got to do, and then
Free drivers walk
turn on the volume and
to like sorority parties
Yeah.
and things like that. Did that happen to you too?
You know, there's a
Except I think their feed died. Their feed
looks like
froze.
their feed died. Oh,
That's what you call the CoCoTALK effect.
It's
Wrong
perfect.
button. Wrong button.
You should have seen last night. Whew. It was not going well.
Well, shall I run the
Well,
outro then?
And don't forget that the CoCo show is going to be on the Amigos channel in, what time is it?
4 o'clock Eastern.
4 o'clock. So that's what, about an hour and a half?
Well, it's 2:20 Eastern now.
Yeah.
So 2.5 hours.
No, about
No, 1.5 hours.
About 1 hour 40 minutes. Let's split the difference.
Just tune in now. You'll catch it.
You'll catch it eventually.
It'll be starting. Just go watch the Amigos channel once we're off the air, and you can, catch the CoCo show eventually.
Eventually, yes. But
Okay.
Push the button.
This concludes another episode of CoCoTALK, the world's leading live talk show featuring the
outro.
Tandy Color computer, MC10,
Probably the
and
best thing you can
Dragon
do.
systems. For all things CoCoTALK,
Shoot, this is
visit us
gonna
on
be-
the web at CoCoTALK.
We're not even going to make an hour and a half today.
We'd love to hear from you. Send feedback,
Shortest
suggestions,
show
even
ever.
segments via email.
Yeah,
to
you know.
CoCoTALK.
Yeah, of course, the weekend I have
CoCoTALK.live.
nothing to do. This is a short show. That makes that.
Consider supporting the show.
That's
with
okay,
your purchase
Jason.
of
I'll
merchandise
pester
from our
you.
Retro swag shop.
The
at
day the
Weekend I have
weather is so
nothing to do.
crappy
Short
here
show.
that I can't go outside and
If you'd
work.
like to
or
become
My,
a
my,
big player
my,
of the
my
show,
friends
click
canceled
on
on
the
me for
Patreon
dinner, and
link on our
Sarah's
website,
doing things with her friends this
CoCoTalk.live.
weekend. It's just like I can't. It's just like I
CoCoTALK
can't
would not
freaking win.
exist without the
Can't wait for
community,
losing it.
its cast,
No.
crew, and contributors. Thanks go to Alan Murphy, Amigos
I guess I
Retro
can play an
Gamer,
online
Bill
game.
Noble, Brian Joyce, Brian
What
Weaver,
would you like to
Curtis
play?
Boyle, D. Bruce Moore, Danny O'Connor.
Oh,
Would you like to play a game?
Eric
I
Canales,
like to
Hey,
play a
you know what?
game.
We ignored
Grant
the
Lee,
chat this whole time
James
here.
Diffenbach, Jason Wright,
Salvador
Have to
wants
be
to
about a
mention
life.
the newsletter.
Ken Reichert,
Okay,
Ken
well,
Waters.
we'll talk
mention
about
it
the
in
chat.
the
when we get
post-credit
there.
sequence.
Mark Overholser, Mikey Furman, Mr. Dave.
Let's see if we can get that
6309,
hour and a
Nick
half by
Marentes,
talking
Nick
after
Marotta,
the credits.
Nick Marotta.
Okay.
Nick Marotta.
Sorry, we got a
Paul
caboose.
Fiscarelli, Richard
Yeah, everyone knows
Lorbiewski,
what we're up to.
Rick Adams, Rick Hewlin, Rob Inman, Ron Delvaux.
Just blame the
Samuel
Canadian
Niles,
content
Loopy Malibu,
minimum, so
Steve
we have to
Bjork,
stretch it out another 10
Terry
minutes.
Steggy, Tom C., and many, many more.
Wait, because the Canadians
help
weren't
support
talking
the CoCo
nearly as much
community.
this
A
time.
list of
The show
various
went way
contributors
shorter.
and resources are available at
I'm not saying anything.
IMACocoNet.com. That's IMA.
Neither confirming or denying such a statement.
Erica
The
says,
original
what am I going to do
CoCoTALK
for the
theme
next
song
4
is copyright
hours?
2008 by D. Bruce Moore and Greg Sheeler. The new CoCoTALK theme song is copyright 2020 by D. Bruce Moore. Both are mixed.
Yeah, what even
mastered,
blows
and
is I won't
produced
have the
by
team
D.
speak
Bruce
your
Moore.
regulars for tonight
CoCo
either.
forever.
I was looking forward to doing game 1 next Thursday. I was like, nope. It's like, damn. Oh well.
Sorry about that.
Eh,
I think we're just switching to the Fridays for the summer. Sloopy
you know
seems
what?
to-
Usually, when end up having on Thursdays, is I'm too darn tired anyway.
Sloopy thinks that more people will skip going to the bar on Fridays and stay home and play games. I don't know.
Yeah, see how it goes. Yeah, I'll be on the road
All right,
Friday.
We're back. You know what? I think with this update of Stevie's here, that during the outro, our conversation went out over the air.
Oh, did it?
Yes, I believe so.
That's why I never say anything important.
Whoopsie, toasty.
So I may have to fix that.
You just may.
Yeah, may have to fix that.
Well,
so we've been ignoring the chat this whole time, which is probably why it's also real shorter. But yeah, what was the one we're going to mention? Glenside newsletter is coming soon. Okay.
Salvador's gathering stuff up.
I should write something.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, yeah, if you are wanting to do something with the newsletter, Grant B is in Bravo, not me. Just reach out to him and you can definitely get something added in the newsletter.
Yeah, he's on the main Discord.
Correct.
So just send him a message.
Okay. Anything else?
Hit the button, Francis.
Press the button, Frank. Dr.
Goodbye,
Pepper.
everyone.
Ooh.
Goodbye.
Bye.